Thanks for joining us here on the Bearcat Sports Network. It's time to talk women's bowling for the 2016-17 season. We're joined by head coach Shannon O'Keefe. And coach, last year, kind of a whirlwind. The Bearcats entered 8 NCAA tournaments during the season, winning 4 of those, grabbed the runner-up finish in the other, and then went to the NCAA tournament for the first time ever, had a Final Four finish. Talk about how that regular season helped shape the way the Bearcats performed in the postseason.
You know, we had a really young team last year, and I think a major key to success for any athlete is not only believing that that you're capable, believing that you can, but knowing you can. Those are two very different things. And so when our girls came out, the very first tournament last year was really rough. And we came home, we worked on a few things, and then we went to the Valpo tournament, and our girls stepped up. And they believed before they even got there that it was possible. And then when they did it, all of a sudden they knew it was possible. And I think that starting off the season really rough, but then bouncing back the very next week and having such a strong finish, and to come away with their very first regular season NCAA win as a program was the confidence that they needed to all come together and have such a great year.
And that win you alluded to at the Valpo, the Crusader Classic,
yeah,
which McKendree will be participating in their season opener, along with the Lions Classic in Missouri.
Yeah.
That win at Valpo really seemed to spark your team. A lot of confidence. They went into the second semester, won 3 more in-season tournaments, then got that first national tournament bid. And you said you had a young squad. Talk about how that squad really matured last year.
It was really kind of inspiring for me to be able to sit back and just watch them. The amount that they work together. You know, we truly are a family here at McKendree, and sometimes that can get lost in the shuffle and the heat of the competition, but that's the one thing that we always come back to, that no matter what, we're a family and we're going to do it together. And our motto throughout the season is you just keep coming. Being mentally tough means that no matter what, you don't give up and you keep coming until someone tells you it's over. And I think them always, when they faced adversity, especially late in the season, being down 3-0, being down 3-1 in a Baker set best of 7, and to battle back to that 7th game, I think it just continued to prove to them that they were living by that motto, that it's never over, you just keep coming. And when you're mentally tough, then other teams start to feel it, and you're adding that pressure to that other team. And it was a lot of fun to watch them grow and mature throughout the season, being such a young team, but still having that maturity to go along with it and the belief. I'm really excited for this season.
As you said, a young squad, but in effect a veteran squad, because they had that experience, that tournament experience to get to that Final Four run. 2 leaders in particular, a pair of juniors on your squad, Jessica Malott and Sarah Willie. Talk about what they bring to your team.
They are the epitome of a leader. They step up without us even asking them. They're all in all the time. They would do anything for their teammates, and they're just the dream kind of captains of a team. And we don't really name captains, but they just kind of fill that role without us naming them that way or asking them to do that. And it's just a dream to have that experience, the maturity, the confidence that they bring. You know, when things are going downhill, they're the ones that last year started pulling the girls together and talking to them and calming them down, where Brian and I didn't have to do it. And that's the epitome of leaders, in my opinion, and it was really, really great to see.
They were also seemed to be a good influence on your freshman class last year, which is now a sophomore group. A lot of those young ladies, the freshmen last year, bowled in key situations last year. Talk about that group a little bit.
Yeah, we had such a young team last year that they were forced to bowl in key situations. And then late in the season, one of our seniors, Sammy, dropped a ball on her toe and broke it. And there was some major tournaments that they had to bowl without Sammy in the lineup, and it freaked him out. It definitely freaked him out. It happened at the Vanderbilt tournament in practice session, and so Sammy was out. And so we ended up bowling with 2 sophomores and 3 freshmen in the lineup for that entire tournament, and they finished second. And so again, even though they're really young, I think the year that they are in school is just a number. They bowl a lot in the summer. Some of them have bowled some some professional tournaments just to get the experience over the summer. And experience is priceless. You can't teach it. They have to actually do it. And the more that they can compete with players that are better than them, that's going to make them that much better. And so for all of them to come together and really truly believe, it really takes one person to believe it's possible. For everybody else, it's contagious. And late in the season, they already knew that they were champions. They already knew it was possible because they had been proving it all year. So it was a really great thing to see.
A strong freshman class last year, great success this past year. You're now in your third season. That has helped lead to another strong recruiting class for the Bearcats. Would you go ahead and talk about the newcomers from McKendree and maybe a couple of names we could see as the year rolls on?
Yeah, we have a lot of really great kids that have joined our Bearcat family that we're really, really excited about. Two that are going to start the season with us on varsity is Brianna Clemmer from South Carolina and Taylor Bailey from the Chicago area. Those two ladies, their resumes prior to coming here speak for themselves. And Brianna is a 3-time member of Junior Team USA. She's won the Junior Gold Championships multiple times. She will come in and really be able to step in those kind of shoes of what we lost in Sammy very quickly. So, and she has a lot of experience. She's got international experience. She knows what it takes to win. She already is a winner. And so adding her to what we've already been building is going to be just hopefully push us to that next level.
A new element for the 2016-17 season, McKendree is actually part of a conference this year, the MIAA. The Bearcats were picked as the preseason favorite. There'll be a conference tournament late in March prior to the NCAA tournament. Talk about what being in a conference means to your program.
I think being in a conference is just one additional way for us to continue seeing multiple of the same teams. I just love people, and I want my girls to just love people and just enjoy the experience as a whole. And someday when they step away, they may not always remember that game that they won or that game that they lost, but they're going to remember the friendships that they've made. They're going to remember the experience as a whole. So being able to join a conference like a lot of the other top teams in the country, it just adds to that we're not losing anything because we're a smaller Division II school. It's the same across the board for us as any other team being able to bowl in a conference. Having the conference championship hopefully is a great kind of tune-up for a national championship. So I think it's going to be really, really great being able to see a lot of the same teams throughout the season, and then being able to come together and really let our conference shine as hopefully one of the top in the country.
Coach, after last season, the bar was set pretty high with the 4 in-season tournament wins, the Final Four appearance at the NCAA tournament. Two-part question: what is the focus heading into this season with this team, and what are your ultimate team goals?
Ultimate team goals is very easy. We want to win a national championship. We still compete on the USBC side, so we'd like to win 2 national championships. So obviously that's the biggest goal. But there's so many tiny little steps that we have to take in order to even get there. So our, I guess, first and foremost goal is to stay in the moment, one shot at a time, not even one game at a time, one shot at a time. Be smart, communicate, and have a lot of fun. I think that is most important. I think it's very easy to kind of get lost and lose the fun. And again, it's the experiences that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And you're not always going to remember that you missed a 10 pin, but you're going to remember having an excellent time, the bus trips, you know, the dinners together. That's the stuff. And so creating memories and having a great time.
Coach, it's hard to believe it's here. The long haul begins. Good luck in 2016-17.
Thank you.
Don't forget, you can follow McKendree Women's Bowling as well as the rest of our intercollegiate programs at mckbearcats.com.